Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 with Rushall Olympic, Diamond in the Rough. If you're last with us, you would have seen that we lost our first game, but we still find ourselves in 14th place. That's largely thanks to a tie in Alfreton. Then we end up tying against Brackley, or we lost against Brackley Town 2-0. Farnsley, we end up beating 2-0, and then Gloucester, we ended up tying 2-2. We thought we were going to be able to get the victory. We went in 2-0 very early on, only to then concede a penalty just before half, which was probably our undoing. And then we were just trying to hold on for dear life for the rest of the match. Then we ended up beating Bishop Stotfort 2-1, which then puts us here when we're about to face Blythe. Currently in 14th place, like I said, 2-2-2, so not bad. And then our goal differential is 0. We've managed to do a decent amount of transfers, I guess. We managed to part ways with a lot of these players. I think he's now in 250. I think a lot of them are on 100. He's under 200 now, all making more money away from us. I don't think Alex Fletcher we had before, and I think Landell ended up parting ways with Forrest as well, but he was 275. Tom Conks was, I think, our first departure that we ended up doing, and he's getting just under 300, which is more than really anyone that we end up having. Recent signings that we end up having, I mean, I might as well just show you our whole youth setup here that we have. We just allowed our assistant coach to go a little bit crazy, but he's pretty much filled up our under 21, and our under 18 is somewhat filled. All these guys look pretty good. This guy, I want to put in our squad and then give him access to this, but he does kind of go crazy in terms of the amount of players that he ends up wanting. Ryan Weber being one of them, who is 16 as well. In terms of the funding, we are currently 46,000 below, which I think is roughly around where you saw us last at the very beginning, and then we're just a smidgen over the wage, the payroll budget, and I think we're going to be able to get a little bit over there. We are currently in a positive in this month, so if we can keep going the way that we're going, we should be able to manage to be in the positive towards the end of the season. Projection currently has us to be, wow, 175K. We're going to have to fix that just a little bit just to make sure that we're not screwed for next season or the season after. But they didn't really give us much to play with. I find the work permits that we end up doing by accident probably were the undoing of the funds that we end up having, but also bringing in all the players just to be competitive for now and for next year seems necessary. We don't have any debt or anything like that. I guess net debt is 46,000. I wonder if they take out a loan or not, but I kind of doubt it. Sponsors we don't really get anything for, so it's going to be heavily reliant on us doing well in cup matches. So let's go to the Blythe game and see if we can manage to get a win out of this. So after 1 day rest, here's our squad for the Blythe match. We have Hanbury and goal, Orgy, Brown, Cucienza, and Green as our D, Rowe, Mantum, and Mayer as our mid, and then we have Coyle and Makuna as our attacking mid, and then Higgins up front. Let's see, I kind of want to change them. I don't think that they should be both the same. We'll do this. We'll do advanced playmaker here. But it's going to be huge considering we are pretty tired from our last match. We do have some players that are currently playing in there, and they're going to probably have to get subbed at half. Probably shouldn't have had my backup goalie there. Currently, Blythe has won 3 games and lost 2 of their last 5. This is going to be a kind of a rivalry game, I'd say, considering we were between picking Rushall and Blythe, and we ultimately decided to pick Rushall. So hopefully it's only a 1-season rivalry, or Blythe comes up with us. We don't. We want to push for a playoff spot, despite them expecting us to go down. But we're going to need the win here probably to Oh my god, our goalie's short. This is not something we want to see. Our goalie just jumping for everything and missing it. In the higher leagues, that's not gonna work. We're gonna get destroyed over that. And Orgy is starting off his first game with us. I think he's a 16-year-old or 18-year-old, but he's currently on 5 pounds per week, and almost being a hero for our team. Currently in 14th place still. But we really need Mayer to step up, and we need to hopefully secure him for next year as well. Because if we're going to stay in this division, we need all the help that we can get, and the cohesion of this team is not there yet, just because a lot of players haven't played together. But it'll come with time, so even just getting a draw at this point is huge for us. And oh, it looks like we almost conceded. They're letting him in way too easily. We're gonna have to look at that. It's only 20 minutes in, and like we're already on the back foot. As long as you don't concede a penalty, then we should be good. I think our next game's against Scarborough, but Scarborough is currently dominating 2-0 at the top of the league. So yeah, this is definitely a game that we need to at least get a point from. I don't know how competitive it's going to be for this season with all the top teams, but there isn't much deciding us and the other squads. So I mean, it could come down to these points, because currently 9 points and 12 is the gets you in there. So it could be important, especially against Blythe, who might be a contender later on. Higgins is our top striker. I think he's a guy that we end up bringing in this year. But it's still going to take a while for a lot of these players to develop. Right now we're just trying to make money as much as possible, but it's not going to help when we're playing away at this point. I think we just have a couple home supporters there. But XG wise, we're doing decent. It's possession that we're kind of struggling with. Bumped us up to 12th. That's good. At least we go into halftime without conceding anything. But they're not really showing our shots on target or anything. And I think Makuna is going to probably have to get a sub with Green as well. But we want to hold that off as much as possible. Just because I feel as though whoever else is... There could always be an injury, and that's my biggest fear at these levels. Is just getting an injury and then playing one man down. But ultimately, your starting 11 is usually your better players anyways. So I wouldn't really want to have to make those subs until we really have to. That is just poor play. I think that was Coyle. Coyle wasn't healthy. I would take him off just for that. I don't know what's happening right now. Oh dear, we almost conceded there. We're going to probably make those subs very soon now. Okay, Makuna's going to have to come off. Let's put on Manafa. And then let's take off Rowe and put on, I guess, Clark. So this is where I wish that I had an extra player here. I think Kashienza's going to have to go out right, and then we're going to have to bring in Leonard. And that is all that we have. So hopefully those are the right calls that we end up doing. But they're asking for a goal. Their XG is over 1, and ours is barely at half. But Mayer's also exhausted as well. Everyone's exhausted. Now we have 2 yellows. There's no way we can take him off. What the hell? Why would that even be a suggestion? And oh my god. Come on, Nafa. Oh, this is disappointing. That was such a good start to an attack there, and we just bottled it. I can't believe they would suggest us to take someone off. especially when 0-0. Like, I can understand if we're winning by like 2 or losing by 2, then it might make sense. But at a tie game, I really don't expect them to suggest that we should take someone off. I'm gonna ignore that. He's probably gonna miss our next match though. Want to not do positive. Let's do balanced here. Let's encourage and just see if we can get through this. Because yeah, getting even a point after 1 day's rest is going to be very huge, but not if we concede right here. And that is below. Oh, offside. Okay, good. I was about to curse up a storm there because 90 plus 3. Come on. And it looks like this is probably the last play of the game. Someone just shoot. And Mayer cannot get one on target, but somehow it's blocked. So this looks like it's going to be the last play of the game. Come on, guys. Why is he wasting time? Coyle is never playing for me again. Why would you waste time there? Well, yeah, Coyle's an idiot. I don't know what to do there. But I want to look at Coyle stats because that is the most annoying thing that I've ever seen. Where's Coyle? And he's injured for 1 to 2 days. Yeah, let's see. Where is Coyle? And how good is he? And oh my god, he's probably one of our better players. Jake Gosling's a little bit better than him, but we probably don't want to piss him off. Let's jump to the next game. So after our last game, we end up losing to Scarborough 4-2. So this is a squad that we're deciding to pick for our Worksop Town Emirates FA Cup game. We have Hanbury in goal, Hudson, Brown, Kuchianza, and Green as our D, Rowe, Mantum, and Gosling as our mid, and then Makuna and Manafa. We're going to try a different tactic with them and have them start, and then Mayer up front. Currently, we have 1,000 fans coming to this game, so it's a good opportunity for us to make some money. So this should be a game that we should be fairly dominant in. Our form has been pretty decent. I wonder if it's going to actually show how well they've been doing. They don't play at the same level. They've won their first game, but I'm sure that's probably just the cup game as well. I don't even know what division they are. I'm assuming they're probably 1 or 2 below us. But yeah, this should be a pretty easy game. If we end up losing this, then there's a big fear of us probably getting relegated from our division as well. So far, nothing has really been done, but they look like they're dictating play. Looks like we're hoping for the counterattack, but Manafa, who I think is going to be very good for us, he was one of our first signings that we ended up doing when we took over, and I'm pretty excited to see how well he ends up developing. And Makuna is also another one that we managed to get as well. And Mayer just not quick enough for that. We need a very speedy striker. I think that's going to be our focus probably throughout this season once we end up getting a little bit extra in terms of wages. But Makuna ends up finishing. That was an amazing cross there. Huge decision putting both wingers that play very similar styles. But Manafa, I think he has like a hidden attribute. He's pretty good with crossing, and Makuna is apparently very good with heading, which I wouldn't have thought as him being the winger. But so far, up 1-0. Our XG doesn't even really show anything for it, and our possession shows even less. Looks like we're just going to allow them to dictate a little bit of the pace here, and then hopefully once they get a little bit tired, we start to put it on them. Mayer just missing. Mayer might be more suited for mid than striker. He did well for us one game, but so far he's been kind of suspect in a couple of the games. And I know we do have strong strengths in mid, but we definitely need to find a better striker that has more finishing upside. Might end up happening when we end up seeing teams not willing to sign some of their players. We might have an opportunity there, but I feel as though like July 1st is probably the target date that we're really looking at. So as long as we survive this season, we should be in good shape for next season, I find. I think maybe the budget's going to be a little bit higher, depending on if we, oh my God, if we can do well in cup games, because even this couple grand that we're going to get today, it's going to do wonders in terms of our finances. We definitely got to focus on cup games because I feel as though those are going to pay a little bit more than anything else. Almost, this is like the game of almost so far. 31 minutes in, fairly dominant, but only being able to get that one shot really. And they're not that they're giving us a hard time. We're just not being as dominant as what we have to in games like this. Shooting from far is probably not the tactic that we should do for this game. And yeah, just giving it right back to them. But I'm curious to see what everyone's graded pretty high despite I wouldn't really say that they're playing that well. But it still hasn't shown us well, it looks actually that's a pretty decent pass. Just pass it through. I don't know why we're going for the hard shot there. And Green looks like he's going to be sent off. Okay, just a yellow maybe, or hopefully he was just talked to. But that looked like a challenge that would have cost us a pen for sure. And Mayer still, it's like this goalie has his number. Maybe we should just tell him never to shoot again. We're going to have to take him, pull him on the side and just tell him, don't ever shoot anymore. Just pass it off. Oh my God. We're gonna have to look into this goalie and maybe sign him after the game. This goalie is he's like, geez, he's 10 stars. No, he's currently 6.9, so I guess we're just making him look a little bit better than what we should. But this team, at least defensively, we might want to look at scouting some of their players. Because they look like they're performing way better, at least on the defensive front. But Malkowski may be one of the signings that we're gonna have to do if he can hold off. Oh, maybe not. Christian Green, thank God he didn't get sent off, and does a little bit of a somersault there. Up 2-0 just before the half. We're just waiting for the money that we're gonna get for this game here. I wonder how much we end up getting just off the attendance as well. It looks like there's a decent attendance. There's around 1,000 people. Looks like they really show out for these cup games. And XG wise, we're just dominant. Doesn't look like anyone's tired other than Makuna. And yeah, he might be him and Rowe might be the only ones that we end up taking up. But everyone performing very well. This is going to be a great confidence game for sure. Only 4 on target though. That is I thought there was a little bit more than that. And we're just tackling very hard too, which I like to see. I thought that was a terrible pass, but sure enough, they're just looking for Makuna. Looks like Manafa and Makuna as left and right wing seem to be the right play. I wonder how well they do in the league games though. We might want to look to doing that more often than not. But Makuna is going to come off pretty soon. And they almost put one in there. Good save. I think, yeah, Hanbury is in net. Oh, bad pass. So I think we're gonna end up making a couple subs here. Let's I wonder if it's extra subs. We'll put in the subs that we want and then we'll see if we can swap it off after. Higgins is gonna be a good one to put in there. Let's put in Mayer at mid here. Put him in here, and then we'll bring in Waldron. I think Waldron should get a shot here, and then maybe Green as well. Green did get that goal, but mind improving some of our players as well. Let me check to see. Leonard is 18-year-old. Natural fitness is pretty good. Passing's pretty good. Balls is decent potential. Is Orgy better? He's 16. Feels like we could lose him though, but let's put him in here. No, Green's having an excellent game. Let's see if there's anyone else that we can swap. Oh, we can swap them. Okay, let's hold off on that. We'll do the other subs later. Oh, that's gonna be even better for us. We could probably have another sub at around 65 minutes, or maybe 70, and then kind of just coast this game here. At least we'll be able to rest a lot of our players, which is going to be a good thing for. I don't remember when our next game is there. Waldron having a shot from wide. I know we shouldn't sub on a corner, but we're going to do it anyways. Let's take off. Let's put in Jordan here. And let's maybe take off Mayer. Let's put in Clark. Actually, you know what? Let's undo that. Let's maybe put in Leonard here. No, he doesn't play this position. Maybe we can train him. I'm with 2 defensive mid. Damn. Just get this perfect. Jesus. Doesn't want to go. Oh, Leonard's not even the one there. And there we go. So we'll do that, see how well that works. I wouldn't mind, I think the guy that we're going to sub with him is a little bit older. So I'd rather give the nod to the 18-year-old and see if we can even train him in another position. Even if it's unconvincing, I'm okay with that. I don't think it's going to cost us. I think we have this game in the bag. I'm sure even wages is probably going to help us a little bit more too. And yeah, that's what we're up against, that kind of shot. Manafa doing well, 8.0. It was a great decision to start here. It looks like we're on a back foot here. Don't think it's going to cost us. We aren't playing really attacking or anything like that. But I wonder if the change in tactics might be the thing that kind of costs us a little bit there. Or they're just going to only showcase theirs. But Higgins I'm excited about. He's playing top striker one of the other games, but he is more suitable for the wing. Feels like an inside forward maybe. And they are they look like they're really pushing for this one. I don't think we should switch from balanced, but their XG's not even though it does look a lot more impressive how well they're doing, but feels like now with their change of tactic we might be able to put the hurts on them a little bit more. Alright, I guess we'll do that. I think this game's pretty much all but decided. That should probably be it. We can just kill time now. Yeah. And then Hudson's also pretty tired. Should probably looked at switching him as well, but pretty happy with the result here. I mean, we should have probably scored a lot more, but obviously we were coasting. Let's take a look how well this affected our bank balance. That's what I'm more so interested about. And finances wise, geez, that did a huge chunk there. 23.2k just off of gate receipts and prize money. That's massive. but we did have an expenditure of 60,000 last month. But that, yeah, still 30K is a lot better than what we started as. So we are excited. We definitely need to keep it rolling a little bit. Currently spending a little bit more in terms of the bank or the payroll than what we should. So we'll take a look at what game we should come back for. We'll probably come back for the next qualifying round as well. And then maybe not the Hereford game. We'll probably come back for maybe the Banbury game. Yeah, we'll come back for the Cup game, and then we'll come back for the Banbury game and see how well we progress there. But currently we are 18th in the league, 9 points in, but there's not much deciding between Blythe and us as well for the last spot there. So hopefully we can manage to get some points from now until then and kind of shorten the gap from relegation to more so towards promotion. But thanks everyone for watching, and until next time.